news! The first part of Series 7 of Doctor Who is going to start in autumn of next year. There's going to be an Easter special, like there was in 2009. But there's still basically a really large time frame where there's not going to be any new episodes in 2012, so I still am going to try and get my project done before Series 7 starts in autumn. For this video, I thought I'd try and incorporate some of the clips from the episode into the video so that you can see what I'm talking about. So thank you goes to YouTuber MasterGallifrey, and you can go to MasterGallifrey's channel on YouTube to watch the episodes if you want to. So I've tried incorporating some of the clips so you can enjoy the awesomeness, the shiny awesomeness of video clips. Right then, so the Edge of Destruction begins with everyone in the TARDIS, and looks like they're flying around, kind of like they're preparing to land. There's a big flash of light, and everyone sort of lamely falls down, except for Barbara, who walks into the main control room and finds everyone all passed out. Susan is the next person to wake up, and she doesn't seem to recognize who Barbara and Ian are. She goes to get some water to take care of an injury on the doctor's head when Barbara asks her to go get some anyway. When Susan goes to get the water, though, the machine, the one that makes the food or whatever, also apparently gives them water. When she goes to get the water from it, it tells her there isn't any, but gives her a packet of water anyway. So you're kind of like, gee, something's up there. Then Ian wakes up, and he seems not to recognize the TARDIS at all, but he seems to recognize everyone else except the Doctor. The effect seems to sort of end abruptly because Susan starts screaming about an open door, and Susan is such a freaking crybaby. All she does is scream and cry and whine, and it's so annoying.
No! No, you can't do that! Grandfather! Nothing but space! Don't touch! Ow! No!
Anyway, on that note, while the Doctor's passed out and they're sort of checking up on him, he mumbles,
I can't take you back, Susan. I can't.
Why is his life so freaking sad? Seriously. Anyway, so the doors to the TARDIS start opening and closing, and Susan freaks out and she runs to the controls, and she touches something in her neck, which it was sort of like she was touching it before, and she was like, oh, it's bothering me. It causes her to pass out. She like does a lame, and then falls over. So Ian kind of lays her down. It looks like a lawn chair, and he goes to get some water for her because she's passed out. When he goes to get the water from the machine, the machine also tells him that it's out of water, except he also gets a packet of water. So you gotta figure if it's happened twice, it's gotta be important. Ian comes back with the water, and Susan's wielding this pair of scissors, sort of like a dagger. And I actually thought it was a dagger at first, but it turns out to be a pair of scissors. And Susan's got the whole, who are you? I don't remember who you are, or why are you here? Effect comes back momentarily, and so she threatens him with the pair of scissors until she kind of freaks out and goes like, yeah, and then I was surprised at how violently stabs the cushion of the lawn chair bed and falls over forward, and she drops the scissors on the floor, and Ian takes them back. Just in case there was any doubt that the Doctor has absolutely no idea what he's doing, Barbara asks him where they are, if they've landed, or if they're still flying, and the Doctor responds like this.
No, the ship must have stopped and put us down somewhere.
But where? Where are we?
All these questions, Miss Wright, please.
You don't know, do you? You're just guessing, aren't you?
Thumbs up, bro. Good job, buddy. So then everyone seems to recognize each other again, and that whole thing passes. The thing is that the doors are still opening and closing, and lights are flashing, and things are purposely blinking on and off, or showing things that aren't true, because the trusty TARDIS is trying to tell them that something's up. Interestingly, the Doctor says the TARDIS can think, but like a machine because it's got a bank of computers. And even though they comment that it's like a living creature in the first episode, he says it's not quite like we would think, like a living creature would think. Barbara mentions that there's a sort of pattern behind all of the blinking lights and everything, and it seems like everything's connected back to whatever is going on. The Doctor accuses Ian and Barbara then of trying to wreck or steal the TARDIS, and Barbara totally lays into him. You almost got us killed. First, Ian saves you by building fire, and then you almost got killed by the Daleks because you were curious, and we had to save you, and then you accuse us of trying to steal your ship? How very dare you. Basically, there's a loud noise, and then the Doctor sees that every single warning light in one section is on, and he's kind of like, no, you guys couldn't have possibly done whatever it is to sabotage my ship. You're too stupid. They all try to remember what exactly happened, what they were doing right before they all blacked out. They basically realize that something is really wrong with the TARDIS, and for whatever reason, it's basically going to be the end of them. There's something else that I'd just like to point out. Right after they're like, oh no, and the Doctor's like, we only have so many minutes to live, he says this.
I lied, deliberately, so that they won't know.
You heard it, people. The Doctor lies. There's a screen which shows the outside, and it's flashing pictures. There's one in particular that starts off with a planet, and then it zooms out, so the planet's in the solar system, then it zooms out again, so it's the whole galaxy or whatever. And then there's a really big flash of light. And Barbara sort of comments how that relates to the doors opening and closing. And the Doctor's like, oh yeah, I forgot. Remember how we were flying through space and we were supposed to, go back, and the TARDIS kind of had a problem? Well, the defense mechanism stopped us from blowing up. And I did say it would take the force of an entire solar system to track the power away from my ship. Well, guess what? We're at the start of a brand new solar system. Atoms are flying around and creating matter, which turns into suns and planets and, oh, happy days! How exciting! We're at the beginning of a new solar system! So then he tells us that on return back to Earth, the Doctor had used this fast return switch to go back from Skaro, which was in the future, and of course he overshoots in 1963. I mean, it's partly due to the fact that the thing is broken, but still. So they're at the start of our solar system, and there's a spring that's not connected, and they fix it, and problem solved. So then they land on a new planet, and it's all fun in the snow until, bam! Large footprints, and the episode ends. Next episode, the Doctor meets the Yeti. Nah, I kid. So the next set of episodes is collectively referred to as Marco Polo, so I'm also going to refer to it as such. It might be a while until I finish it, though, because I do have midterms coming up. I have a lot of work in the next few weeks, but I'll try to watch it as soon as I can, I promise. Thanks for watching, and until next time!